what's going on? 716, stand up. Mech on the beat. Let go. With them fly ass chicks who paint them pretty ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a gift. Just for rap with a package, see what it is. Swerving through traffic like I lost control of the whip. Hurt the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, headlight, beat bright. Superstar life make these lanes hate right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talk Your Ears. I am Ryan. How you been doing, Ian?
I mean, I'm surviving. That's the only thing I can say. I'm taking it one day at a time. There's a lot of fun things going on in the sports world, mostly MLB. They just had the draft. They had the draft order this morning. So, it's the wrong team in Chicago who has the number one pick in the draft coming up in MLB, but that's okay. It's all right.
You ready to start this? Talk Your Ears.
Hey, what up, Lee?
What's up, Lee? Well, you already know how we start Talk Your Ears every week. We've been doing it.
For the people who haven't watched the show before and a first-time listener, tell them what they do.
We talked about all the bad teams. Well, we talked about the teams that did something wrong this past weekend. And we call it What Happened, Baby. And we
What Happened, Baby. There you go.
Right. My first What Happened, Baby is the Clippers. And man, you've been talking about this team for the last, 5 years?
I mean, they're a trash organization. We already know this.
Right. And how can you send a first ballot Hall of Famer home like Chris Paul or all people?
I don't know. I mean, ask Donald Sterling how he lost his team.
Dang.
I mean, you will forever be the forgotten stepchild of LA. No one likes you. No one cares about you. No one respects you. I mean, when it comes to the Clippers, I'm actually happy they never came to Las Vegas. Because there was all these rumors and speculation if they couldn't get their new stadium, which they ended up getting, unfortunately, that they were going to move down to Vegas. I feel happy they didn't. I'm happy I don't have to be a fan of the Clippers. Because here's the deal, Ron. When my first radio station I ever worked at, they were the proud partner of the Los Angeles Clippers. They had to put up the games for Los Angeles Clippers. I had to be a board op, and I had to be the board operator for Los Angeles Clippers games. And, man, looking back on it, those are some of the most miserable times of my life, man. I'm so happy I don't have to be a Clippers fan no more. Because the Clippers are absolute trash.
They trash,
They're abysmal. And I'm not saying that you should nuke a team, but if there was any team that deserved to get nuked and just wiped off the face of the planet, it would be the Clippers. That being said, by the way, shout out to KSHP, 1400 AM, first radio station I ever worked at. I still got love in my heart for them. Never disrespect for them. But what happened to the Falcons, OG? We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about that.
Hey, don't think they're not going to catch the smoke.
Right, definitely catch it. But just not right now. I got somebody else need to catch all the damn smoke. They've been talking for a long time. A long motherfucking time. Bama fans. You Bama fans. Y'all been talking a long time. Now, the other day, I was on Josh Bailey's show. Shout out to my boy Josh Bailey. The week before, I was on his show again. with the Bama fan. We're talking big boy shit.
Shout out to Ralph, by the way. Considering that's Ralph's show. Shout out to Ralph.
Well, shout out to Ralph.
Yeah, shout out
But
to Ralph.
the Cleveland / Bama fan were on there. We're talking big boy shit last week. So, I got one question to ask you. What happened, baby? What happened?
Same thing that happened to BYU when they faced off against Texas Tech.
We put belt to ass. Belt to ass.
Yeah.
On Saturday night. And your head coach.
Yeah, they're a mess. Yeah.
Your head coach got a nerve. Think y'all belong in the playoffs. And the committee still put y'all in the playoffs.
And they took out the Catholics too, man. They're prejudiced. They're prejudiced against the Catholics. Took out Notre Dame. As a Catholic myself, I feel like that's biased. I think we need to file an investigation against the College Football Playoff Committee because they're showing religious bias. All right. They are being biased against Catholics. All right. Notre Dame should be in the College Football Playoff. I don't care what nobody says. So.
Y'all did the same shit last year to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
I know Bama make y'all a lot of money. But right is right, wrong is wrong. Y'all, Bama don't belong in the playoffs whatsoever. I don't care what the Bama fans say. Y'all don't belong in there. Y'all terrible.
I mean, a Drew loss team shouldn't be there to begin with. But
should not be in there. And Notre Dame.
If you lose 3 games, you shouldn't even be anywhere near that. But
right. How many games Notre Dame lost this year?
They lost 2. First 2 weeks of the season, they won 10 straight.
Okay. They should be in there more than Bama. You lost 3 games, and y'all had not been playing no good football for a whole damn month. Stop it.
Shoot, I can name about 4 teams that should be in front of Alabama if we're being real.
Right. Stop it. I called to June show. Shout out to June.
Oh, shout out to June, by the way. Yes. Shout out to June.
I called in his show today, and it was a Bama fan on there. We're talking shit. Are we still in the playoffs? Y'all don't belong on there.
Hey, Dennis, I ain't gonna let that slide, by the way. You ain't slick, Dennis. You said you don't care about the Tide. You a Tennessee fan. That is absolute bullcrap, Dennis. You care about Alabama. You are a Tennessee fan. Stop it, sir.
Yeah, I'm talking about Big Sean.
Yeah, sure. I don't really know him that well, but I know who you're talking about.
You a Bama fan. After the ass whooping we gave y'all, you think y'all deserve to be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
You really think that? Okay.
I mean, they're Alabama. They're Alabama fans. They have the IQ of a mudflap, of course.
Right. Shout out to my boy June. Respect, but your boy don't know what he talking about.
Yeah, and hey, Notre Dame did get screwed, man. Let's not exaggerate it. Notre Dame got screwed. Why do you think they withdraw from a bowl game? I mean, if they're not going to be in the college football playoff, what do you expect them to do? Be in the Alamo Bowl? Nah. You expect them to be in the Capital One Bowl? No. The Russell Athletic Bowl? The IHaveAJob.com Bowl? I mean, what kind of situation we're going to do here? I mean, Notre Dame not being in the college football playoff, you might as well not be in a bowl game. Kansas State, they were not going to do anything. They're not going to compete in a bowl game. Iowa State, they weren't going to do much. They're not in a bowl game. I've said this for years, and people get mad at me, but I don't care. I'm going to say it again. ESPN needs to drop about a dozen of these bowl games. They're unnecessary. When you have over 70 teams in a bowl game, it's stupid. When you have teams that are 6-6 in a bowl game, stop it. When you have teams who are 5-7 being put in a bowl game, time to hang it up. The only reason why we have as many bowl games as we do is because ESPN in their contract has a certain amount of bowl games in it. That's the only reason why we have the Frisco Bowl, why we have the Duke's Mayo Bowl, why we have, all these random crappy bowl games that 90% of people don't care about. And the only people who do care about it are the sports bettors who come to the casino and do the 12-team parlays for $2 down. Those are the only ones who even remotely care about these bowl games. Maybe if you're an alumnus of that college, maybe you even kind of care. But I'm just saying, when it comes to these bowl games, it's getting ridiculous. Teams are withdrawing themselves from bowl games. It's no longer important. And that's all it needs to be said.
I mean, it's just terrible. The committee don't even care who winning no more. So you tell me you to lose against a top 5 college team, but still go into the playoffs. Make it make sense. Stop moving the damn goalposts.
I mean, did Georgia get in the playoffs when they lost to Alabama in the SEC title game?
Huh?
2 years ago, when Georgia lost to Alabama in the SEC title game, did you get put in?
No.
That's all I gotta say.
So, my next one is my Atlanta Falcons. Raheem Morris. You got the fan base separated. We fighting each other because you is so terrible as a damn head coach. Zach Robinson. This offseason, somebody need to put you on Madden, the new Madden, and tell you don't move, don't get up, don't even go get no water, no Kool-Aid, no nothing. Sit there all day, all motherfucking day. Don't move because your play calling such ass.
Wait a minute. Why Madden, though? Why?
The new Madden.
Yeah, the play calling on Madden, it wouldn't translate to the NFL.
Well, any Madden. I would say that any Madden.
If anyone thinks the playbooks in Madden are actually realistic, they're not. They're not even close.
Or go study with some of the best OCs that ever done it in the National Football League.
Look, I mean, he's a former backup quarterback in the NFL. He was with Cincinnati, and he was a guy who was a 5th-round pick, that type of situation. I look at Zach Robinson as he's just a guy. All right, he's an offensive coordinator, just an offensive coordinator. Raheem Morris, you made the mistake of promoting him to being head coach. You didn't have to do that.
OC.
You did not have to promote him from within the organization. You did not have to do that. But you did.
So, you wonder why the team don't want to play for you now, Raheem. Because the piece of shit, our OC, you got that, you got him calling our play calling. And you wonder why the team give up. You wonder why we don't care no more. We just want you gone. You and take Tito with you. No, we don't care.
Hey, you know what, Ron? I totally agree with you 100%. I agree 1,000% with what you're saying, Ron. Man, you just need to lay back, lose some more games, and look forward to that 1st-round pick. And oh, that's right. You don't have a 1st-round pick.
Yeah, but we do got pass rushers. Well,
yeah,
we've been
but you don't
listening
get
for
that
the last 5 years.
But you don't have that top 10 pick, though. That's all.
I mean, I don't care.
I mean, you traded a top 10 pick for a guy who's only got 3.5 sacks on the year.
No, he leading rookies in sacks.
And how many sacks has he got, though?
He got 6.
How many sacks he got?
6. Yeah, he leaving defensive
unless I'm
rookies.
looking at the wrong one. That one guy had 3.5 sacks.
You looking at the wrong one, player.
I know you drafted 2 guys.
Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. James Pierce Jr. leading Jalen Walker in sacks.
I'm still saying, though, giving up top 10 pick to get back in the late first round, 2025, I don't know about that.
But anyway, that's all I got for y'all this week. So hit the like button, like my OG said, Ryan. Shout out to the Bird Cage. What you got, Ian?
Well, first off, it'd be BYU. BYU, them getting slaughtered by Texas Tech, made me a real happy guy. The fact that we did get to see BYU get absolutely obliterated. No chance of them making the college football playoff. That made me happy. Secondly, I also will say when it comes to the terrible and awful situation that happened this past week, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams deserves to be on there. Maybe next time on 4th and 1, don't try doing a pass play. 4th and 1, maybe. Don't try to lob it in the back of the end zone for a tight end that clearly is not going to be able to catch it. Maybe. If it's 4th and 1, try to give it to DJ Moore that had an option to catch it because he actually had some wiggle room between two corners and actually a corner and a linebacker that was on his side. Maybe because you're an agile and you actually can run the ball, try to extend the play and try to jump forward to get the first down. Maybe. If you're Caleb Williams, if you're 4th and 1, make a decision to do a QB sneak or do a tush push and have a first down. Maybe if you're Caleb Williams, don't throw a game-ending interception. And maybe Caleb Williams, don't paint your fingernails next time, and maybe you'll get a win against Green Bay. Hey, what do I know? Right? What do I know? But yeah, the Bears had a chance to win that game on that 4th and 1, and they didn't take advantage. But you know what? It's all good. You know, I'm not going to clown Dennis's son after all his other son threw a pick to end the game against LA. You know, I'm not going to go too much in on Dennis's son because the way I look at it, his one son was committing turnovers and having a bakery open at SoFi, and his other son didn't finish the job against Green Bay. But it's all good. You know, Dennis's sons, I'm not going to clown them because both his teams just happened to lose this week. So that's all it is.
Nah.
And then lastly, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
What?
I know the King Czar's not here. I understand the King Czar's got other commitments. He's got some Tecmo Bowl and stuff that he's probably going to be doing right now.
Oh,
but when it comes to King Czar, I mean, the Cowboys, they were riding momentum. They were going to take on D-Toilet. They were supposed to beat D-Toilet. But they let me down. I was rooting for the Cowboys. I was in the Zoom, and I was actually hoping the Cowboys would pick up that victory. And they disappointed me. You know, King Czar's teams disappointing me. That's been a staple of 2025. So, overall, when it comes to what happened, baby, I really look at the fact that King Czar, his teams right now, they ain't doing so hot. The Mets losing their closer, Edwin Diaz, goodbye. He goes to the Dodgers. And instead, they pick up the blown save expert himself, Devin Williams, over from the Yankees. Why do you think the Yankees gave him up? Why do you think the Yankees had to just give him up for pennies on a dollar like it's nothing? So, yeah, you Mets, awful right now. The Bulls had a hot start to the year, and they have tapered off. They're not the same team they were in the first week and a half. Cowboys, losing games constantly when they shouldn't be losing those games, and disappointing people like they disappointed me when they didn't beat Detroit. That was a shame. Penn State, they tried to hire every coach under the freaking sun, and instead they had to settle on Iowa State. Really, Czar? Out of all head coaches, Penn State got Iowa State. They got a coach who only won the Big 12 twice in almost 10 years he was there. Really? Congratulations, Penn State. You're a fucking joke. Congratulations.
No.
So overall, when it comes to what happened, baby, I got to focus on King's R because his teams ain't doing so well right now.
Now get to the certified players.
You know, certified players, I would love to be positive and be happy. But right now, outside of Lando Norris winning his first ever championship in Formula One, that's really the only positive thing I can come up with. I mean, maybe Carter Hart winning his first 2 games back as the Vegas Golden Knights goaltender after missing 18 months due to a sexual assault trial that happened with Hockey Canada. Right now, there really is no positive I can come up with. I mean, the Detroit Lions are not in the playoffs right now. They're not one of the top 7 seeds. Maybe that's a happy thing. But right now, I really can't think of anything positive.
But I can. Okay. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. Y'all did y'all thing against Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, their fans still exist?
Oh, shit. I didn't say that, y'all. So
outside of OG, nothing but respect to OG. You know, it's been very absent, Bills fans in my DMs, in my messages, in my comment section. Haven't seen a lot of Bills fans this year. It's very abnormal.
My next certified is the Houston Texans. Shout out to y'all for kicking ass against Kansas City Chiefs.
Number 1 defense in the NFL. They've earned it.
Y'all own that shit. 20-10. Make it make sense.
Shout out to Will Anderson, by the way.
Will Anderson, all them boys. Y'all been playing some good ball this year.
Yep.
And my last one for the night. Shout out, and I know you might hate this, but I gotta give it to Green Bay Packers.
I mean, they were playing in Lambeau. What do you expect?
Right. 28-21. Shout out to Green Bay. Y'all doing y'all thing over there. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Andre. Shout out to all the Green Bay fans that I know. Shout out to y'all. Now, you ready? What is your certified? You don't got no more certified in?
I mean, the Chargers defense picking off Jalen Hurts all those times. I mean, I would kind of give that maybe as a certified.
Ouch.
Trying to think. If you were Jahmyr Gibbs, fantasy football owner, I mean, he got you a bunch of points this week. Honestly, I can't think of really anything that's really positive. I'm supposed to be positive now. Just keep that in mind. According to a certain person, I'm very negative. I got to stay positive.
Oh, shit. You ready to get to my questions for the week?
Let's get to your questions, yes.
And everybody in the comments, put down your answers in the comments. My first question, do you think the top 5 NFC football teams will stay at the top, or do you think they will fall? Yeah, talk to me.
I mean, shoot, we saw this past week. You can go from number 1 to number 7 just like that. That's all I got to say. You can go from losing 1 game and going from 1 seed to a 7 seed.
So who is that team that went from 1 to 7 in the NFC?
It was a team based in Chicago. Oh, don't worry. These next 4 weeks, we're going to see a bunch of people in the NFC go up, go down, go in a circle. I mean, outside of maybe the NFC South, the rest of the divisions are wide open. I mean, NFC West, you got the Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. They're all competing for spots. Wow. NFC North, you got the Bears, you got the Packers, and unfortunately the Lions are still around. And then the NFC East, the Eagles, and technically the Cowboys are mathematically still in the equation. And who knows? The Eagles keep losing games like they're doing. 3 games in a row the Eagles have lost. I mean, Eagles ain't doing so hot. But hey, just keep blaming your offensive coordinator.
So my next question: name a bad NFL team you think can run the table and make it to the playoffs.
Well, considering they've won 4 games in a row ever since they fired their GM, would it be a far-fetched take to say the Miami Dolphins at 6-7 could win their Final Four and go 10-7? I mean, like I said, they've won 4 and they've won 5 of the last 6 games.
So you think they will make it to the playoffs, and how far you think they will go?
I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I'm saying there could be a team that might win the table and win the last 4 games. I'm talking about an organization that can build a momentum at the right time. Miami, over the last few weeks, Donovan Achane has been whooping people every single week.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm seeing the Dolphins, and I go, hey, the next 4 weeks, if they go 10-7, hey, maybe, just maybe, a few of those coaches are going to keep their job next year. Not all, but I think a few.
I think they already lost their job. I think
if you go 10-7, that's not you're not going to lose your job.
But
not everybody.
But the question is, why you were losing all those games at the beginning?
It was apparently it's the general manager. Once they fired the GM, they started winning again. So,
I mean, I still would fire the head coach. I would let the head coach go, but that's just me though, because we know the Dolphins. Shout out to Dennis, though he put me on this month. When it get cold and the playoffs get here, the Dolphins don't win no games. They don't win no games because it's cold outside. They don't win no games in the playoffs whatsoever. But my next question: do you think Texas Longhorn belong in the playoffs this year?
Did Alabama deserve to be in the playoffs?
Hell no.
So that's your answer.
What? Dang.
If you lost 3 games, you don't deserve to be there.
What? What do y'all think in the time?
If your team lost 3 games in college football, you should not be in the top 12. I don't care what prestige you are in. I don't care how valuable your franchise is. I don't care how many alumnus and how many billions you have in oil money. It does not matter. If you lose 3 games, you don't deserve to be in the college football playoff. So I'm talking about Alabama. Of course I'm talking about Alabama. Am I talking about Texas? You're dang right. I'm talking about Texas. Because if you're a 3-loss team, you shouldn't be there. And by the way, Ethan, what's up, man? I see you.
What's up, Ethan? You got to ask Dennis about that, Ethan.
I'm here.
Oh, shit. So,
I mean, I honestly, the way we played against Georgia, I didn't think we deserved to get in. But to be honest with you, but I'm not on the committee, so I don't know what.
Do you think Texas Longhorn belong in the playoffs, Ethan?
No, I think their strength of schedule was worse than ours. That's probably why they didn't even have them considered. Plus, they were without Arch for a few games there, so I know that was part of the reason they lost. But
my next question: do you think J.J. McCarthy is a bust, or is it too early to tell? Ethan, talk to me.
I think it's too early. This is essentially his rookie year because he didn't play last year. So I mean, I can't say that based off. I mean, depending on the week, he has some good weeks, and then he has some weeks that he looks like he looks like a bust. But I can't say that after only like 14 games or whatever.
Yeah, talk to me.
I mean, I called him a bust from the moment he got drafted.
Dang.
Mr. Check Down himself. Mr. Handoff to Corum and let him run at Michigan.
Dang.
Unless you had a powerful running back who was going to dictate the offense, J.J. McCarthy was going to be exposed for really not being a good quarterback in terms of going for the long ball. J.J. McCarthy was going to be exposed to the fact that when it came to college, his teammates kind of shielded his weaknesses that he had was going to be going to the pro level. And with J.J. McCarthy, I said that he shouldn't even have been a first-round pick. In fact, if it wasn't for his coach, Jim Harbaugh, kind of hyping him up during the NFL draft, I don't think he would have ever been a first-round pick. He would have been a second, maybe third-round pick like he should have been. So if he was a second-round, third-round pick, we're not even having this conversation about is he a bust. But since somebody decided to be the fool and draft him in the first round, yes, he is going to be a bust because all he was in Michigan was hand the ball off to Blake Corum, do these 5-yard passes to the tight end, and maybe catch a receiver on a slant route. And that's all it was.
Yeah. I mean, his skill set was not made for the NFL. I mean, he was – I mean, Ian's right. I mean, I think it was one of the playoff games or the championship game or something. He attempted 7 passes.
That was the Alabama game.
Yeah.
My next question: can we put Chip Kelly on the list with the worst NFL head coaches and OC of all time?
No.
Why not?
He was decent as an OC. I mean, he was a decent coordinator. I mean, there have been a lot worse coordinators and head coaches than him. He was not good as a head coach, but as an offensive coordinator, he was good enough. I mean, there have been a lot worse than him.
Ian, talk to him.
If we are talking from an offensive coordinator perspective, he's not among the top 25 worst as offensive coordinator. As a head coach, I would say he's probably among the top 20, top 25, based off of the fact that, yes, with Philadelphia, he did have average numbers. But San Francisco, he just had an awful record that one year he was in San Francisco, got fired not even early into the year, didn't even finish out the whole year when he was out there in San Francisco. But if we're talking about the worst general managers in NFL history, he's on that top 10 list. So if you're saying the worst general managers of all time, he's top 10.
I forgot he was a GM.
This is the same guy who traded LaShawn McCoy, an all-pro running back, for Kiko Alonso.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't mind that trade, but
I know you didn't. Y'all Buffalo fan like this.
I
mean, if anybody remembers the interview, Rex Ryan accepted the trade right away.
Yeah,
he said it was the easiest trade of his entire life.
Right. People like, really? You gonna give me him? Okay.
Yeah. I'll do it.
You're expecting pluses, right? You're expecting Kiko Alonso. Okay, what else? Oh, that's it?
That's it. Yeah. I like this man. Chip Kelly got to be one of the worst.
And the only reason why he took Kiko Alonso because he was a linebacker at Oregon.
That's true. He did get rid of Deshaun Jackson too.
Yeah, he went to Washington too, which is the worst part. He went to his rival.
Now, my next question: what do you think about Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss and went to LSU? Ian, talk to me.
Same way I feel about his players going to the transfer portal. It's all about money. LSU was willing to give him about $90 million. So why wouldn't you leave?
It's sad.
It's all about money. LSU is the fool, and really it's the governor of Louisiana who's really doing us anyway. But the governor of Louisiana wants to get a big name at LSU because Brian Kelly was such a failure as a head coach. He was such a disappointment at LSU. So they went out and got Lane Kiffin. I gotta remind everybody, this is also the same Lane Kiffin that was a long time assistant under Pete Carroll. That's also the same guy who was at USC, replaced Pete Carroll, and USC tried to fire him right away because he was such dumpster juice at USC. I mean, Lane Kiffin has been one of the biggest what ifs when it comes to we can unlock his full potential.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Lane Kiffin does this. It seems like he stays at a college for like at most 4 or 5 years at most. Then he finds somewhere else. He's always moving. He doesn't stay. He doesn't stay with one. He never has. He never has stayed at a place for too long.
Right. This is my problem. You had all those kids coming to Ole Miss. Ole Miss. And you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to take the LSU job. Forget these kids. So you promise all those families, mama and fathers, auntie and uncles, grandparents, I will take care of your kids. So basically, you lied.
Hey, Ron, to quote the great Michael Jordan, fuck them kids.
Damn. Hey, I did not say that. So,
by the way, D-Wick, if you're in here, speak.
Fellas, hello.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, fellas? All right, real quick. The Lane Kiffin, it's a great move by him. Great move by him. You want to go to a winning program. Yes, Ole Miss is a winning program because of Lane Kiffin. It is not because of anyone else. It's because of Lane Kiffin. LSU, you know you're going to get more money, which at the end of the day, as Ethan said, it's all about money. So, yes, he got more money, but also you know you're going to get more funds to recruit at LSU. They are a new age blue blood. So for them, they want to win. He knows he has everything at his disposal there to recruit is who he wants to get at that standpoint. LSU, he's going to take them back to where they are as a prime. Yes, we say he flamed out at USC, but he has won at almost every other job, every other place that he has been in. This is a great move by Lane Kiffin. You have one of the most best offensive minds in the game at this standpoint. And just to your point, Ron, too, he offered to still continue to coach them in the playoffs. Well, the AD said no.
Okay, let's talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up because if you leaving anyway, why would I want you in the program?
I agree.
If you leaving, your mind already gone at LSU. Yeah. You already told us fuck you, basically.
Yeah.
When we're at a job, don't we give a 2-week notice?
Yeah, right. He ain't getting no 2-week notice, a week. He gave a day.
No. I'm saying when it comes to a normal job, you give a 2-week notice. But if I'm getting paid $92 million and the governor of Louisiana is pretty much bankrolling me, I'm not going to do that 2-week notice. I'm just going to say I'm peace.
But he did want to coach the bowl game or the playoff game.
Right. He did want to, but it's a conflict of interest, though.
Right. Well, what would that make?
Is it really a conflict of interest, though?
You already gone.
Those players already know you leave.
The mindset already gone at LSU. Right. Why would we want you to stay here?
Here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing with that, Ron. This is a team that has never been to the playoffs. They are in the playoffs because of the players, yes, but they're also in the playoffs because of Lane Kiffin. This program would not be anywhere without Lane Kiffin at the end of the day.
Okay, you said he won. Had he ever won a national championship
as an offensive coordinator at Alabama?
Yeah, as an offensive
coordinator, not the man.
I mean, you also got to remember he won. Also, I will defend him. He also won championships as an assistant under Pete Carroll. So as an assistant, he's won multiple titles.
Wait a minute, assistant, but not the man.
But here's the problem with that, Ron. At the end of the day, there's only one person that's gonna. It's only one team, one coach that's gonna win a championship every year. So are you going? Are you going to knock every single coach that has not won that is a great coach at that standpoint?
No, I'm knocking how he doing his shit.
But that's just today's age. That's just today's day and age is college football. At the end of the day, that's what players and that's what players and coaches. Where money is getting thrown at, you're gonna go.
Lane Kiffin has done. Lane Kiffin has done this, but the last 10 years, Lane Kiffin has done this.
You went to Ole Miss. You made them relevant again. Then you're gonna say, wait a minute. Then you're gonna say, "Oh, I want that LSU job," but I still to be y'all head coach during the playoffs.
Hey, Ron, I'm not gonna speak for him. All right, but here's what I will say in defense of Lane Kiffin: he has a 65% winning percentage. Try to find me a head coach in college football that consistently has a 65%.
There is none. Other than Ryan Day and Kirby Smart, probably there is none.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Like I will give Lane Kiffin credit. Outside the USC situation, which I felt like he only went back because out of loyalty for Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
it was
pretty much 100%. Everything else that he has done. He's been very well. Like he's been.
But that's not how you do stuff, and when it don't work out at LSU, where he gonna go then? You burn all your bridges.
So things are gonna work out for LSU. I guarantee you, they are going to work out. Where it's not like he's switching from a Louisville to go play at an SEC school. No, he's at Ole Miss recruiting well in the playoffs right now. So just imagine with the funds, with the players that he's going to get from Louisiana, he's going to take all the players that usually would leave Louisiana. He's going to stay. They're going to stay there. And plus the people that he has pipelines from USC, from California, from Florida. Like he's going to get so many top recruits. He's going to succeed there.
I think Chambliss, I think Chambliss is going to follow him from Ole Miss.
100%, and that's a win. That's a win in itself.
Charlie Weiss. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this: you a college football player, right? You at Ole Miss, and you know Lane Kiffin like to move every 5 years. He like to travel. Will you go when you leave Ole Miss and go over there to LSU?
Ron, but you're only in college for what, 4 or 5 years.
Let me ask you a question, Ron. The transfer portal is legal, right?
Yeah.
Right. If I want to, I can transfer from Ole Miss and go to LSU and join Lane Kiffin, right?
Right.
So what's the problem?
The problem is, can he be trusted? That's the problem. Or will he take off?
I guess, Ron, here's the thing, though, right? When you think of who the Blue Bloods are in college football and who coaches want to coach that, you have Ohio State, you got Georgia, you got Bama, you got Michigan, and then you have those schools like LSU and Georgia, I'm sorry, too, that's like, those are top priority schools. Notre Dame as well, too. Those are schools that people want to coach at. So I think he has his dream job at the moment. I don't think Lane Kiffin's going to leave unless he gets fired, or if Alabama opens up, or if Ohio State opens up and they say, "Hey, Lane, would you want to come coach there?" And that's even if LSU is such a blue blood that why would I leave?
But I finna tell you this: we've seen it happen too many times. If he don't win, get that team to the playoffs or to a national championship in 2 years or 3 years, that might give him the boot.
And I agree with you, but I think this is a different situation, right? He's not Brian Kelly. He's 100 times better than Brian Kelly.
I can't tell.
You can't.
Don't do that.
So you can tell. Brian Kelly he's way better than Brian Kelly. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Here's what I'm going to say about Brian Kelly. Now, him having over 200 career wins in his career, that is respectable. But I also have to remember that he coached a lower division school for almost a decade.
Right.
So I think he has like a 73% winning percentage, but I kind of have to skew that because he coached at a mid-major for so many years. And then he went to Notre Dame, was somewhat successful there. But then LSU, I think he went like 20 games over 500 or something like that. So Brian Kelly's not a bad coach, but his stats are a bit inflated.
It's skewed. 100%.
All I did saying, do what I did saying. You don't promise these kids who you got to come to your school, then just take off.
But
Go to another school.
Ron,
Wait a
but
minute.
Ron, you know kids do that nowadays too, though. That they promise that they're going to commit to these schools and they don't commit.
But a
They
lot
flip.
of kids.
Look at Dylan Raiola. Dylan Raiola committed to Georgia. He went to Ohio State, Georgia, back to Ohio State, to Georgia, to Nebraska, and now he's about to get a transfer again. Like that, the kids are doing it to the same thing. Why is that not okay?
All I just saying, where your loyalty at? You told these kids
you can't.
But Ron, it's a two-way street, man.
Yeah.
Players gotta be loyal. Coaches gotta be loyal. No.
Yeah, you can't have it. You can't have it. You can't hold the coach to a higher standard than the players.
Right.
All right. I mean.
Also, I didn't realize Brian Kelly coached 29 years.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I will say that
you just taught me something new right there.
I will say this though before we move on. I will say this. I despise Brian Kelly. And the reason is this. And I know you all are gonna say it's hypocritical, but I viewed him in different cases when it comes to Lane and Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly sat and got Cincinnati to a 11-1 record, whatever the case may be. I remember what the record was, and he got that Notre Dame offer and completely left the kids. It's not where it was Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin said, "Hey, I want to continue to coach," and the AD said no. He left the kids completely before one of their biggest matchups because this was most of their senior year. They went in and played Florida and got blown out 56-3 or whatever the case may be. Completely outmatched. They played Tim Tebow. Completely outmatched. Completely. Now, was he going to change that? No, but go down with your shit. Finish coaching. Finish coaching what you need to. On top of that, Brian Kelly's a shitty person. And I'm not saying Lane Kiffin's a good person. I actually do not like Lane actually as a person. I think he's a hell of a coach. As a person, I think he's shitty.
Yeah.
Same thing when it comes to Brian Kelly. He is a terrible person. I will never like Brian Kelly, and I think he's an overrated coach, and I think he's been overrated for years now at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, my next question. Wow. We all play football. How much shit did you talk during the game? And did you ever cross the line? Ethan, talk to me.
I guess I'm the outlier. I was homeschooled. I did not play football.
Okay. Ian, talk to me.
Outside of being on the bowling team, I did not play football because my mother told me if I ever joined football, she would beat my ass. So, yeah, I never played football. So, unfortunately, I have no response for this.
Nah, I played football.
What about D-Wick?
Yeah. Talk to me.
If he's there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I play as you all, I play football. I played collegiate as well too.
Right. Did you ever cross the line?
No, that wasn't my style though. I am more of I did stuff to piss you off to where, hey, I'm more of that was a great run block. But that was a great pass rush. Knowing it was a terrible pass rush. Like I didn't I am the type person, even when I'm playing basketball, playing pickup basketball in LA Fitness, good shot. It pisses them off because it was a terrible shot, the air ball. But I do stuff to I wasn't a person that's gonna trash talk you up front. I'm a person that's gonna, hey, good job, but it was actually terrible. You know it was true. We both know it was bad too. So hey. So I don't think I ever crossed the line because that's just how I've always been as a player with no matter what I do.
Okay. See, I played football, I talk a lot of shit.
No.
I talk a lot of shit. But did I ever cross the line? No. Did I ever say you ain't shit today? Yeah. Did I talk about your kids, your family? No. I did not go that far. I just had to put that out there. So because what happened, it was this, I think Cleveland Browns and the 49ers, they played.
All right.
And the wide receiver, I think he a wide receiver for the 49ers. I think I'm not sure.
You're referring to the Juwan Jennings situation.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
I think D tackle or for Cleveland said this man was talking shit, then he ran behind his offensive lineman.
This is a pattern for Juwan Jennings, though, because he almost got smacked in the Carolina game. So
So I like, if you want to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. Don't be running behind nobody.
You know, Ron, that's why receivers go in the general.
Yeah, wide receivers are a brand on their own there.
I mean,
hey, and by the way, I do apologize to Dennis. I will apologize in advance. But of course he does that. Think of the college that he came from.
But it's just not wide receivers.
Wait, what college did he come from?
He came from the University of Tennessee, man. Think about.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Yep.
But all I just saying, don't be talking shit. They're running behind somebody else.
I mean, when it comes to being a coward and hiding behind your offensive line, that's the University of Tennessee right there.
Oh, see, I did not say that, Dennis. So they'll be trying to come for me. But I just think in some shit, you just say, and some shit you can't say to another man on the football field.
I mean, when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, I mean, we saw what happened a few years ago when we had a certain quarterback call a player the N-word. He got his face smashed in. So.
Right. So don't be talking shit to run behind your offensive lineman and think they will save you. No, take that ass whooping you put out there. My next question, well, my last one, to be honest with you. Over the years, all the football players that mess up their career, name one football player that deserves a second chance to play in the NFL again. Ian, talk to me.
Anyone but Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyone but Henry Ruggs. And sorry, this is going to be a rant for a second. I just found out that 2 days ago, Henry Ruggs got sent from a minimum security prison to now a medium security prison. Hey, congratulations, Henry Ruggs. You fucked up. I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel sorry for you. The fact that she is dead, I will never forgive you for. Because once again, Henry Ruggs is going 134 miles an hour down South Maryland, and you fucking killed somebody. So no, Henry Ruggs, I will never forgive you. I hope you never have an NFL career again. So like I said, Ron, anyone but Henry Ruggs.
Ethan. Damn. Ethan, talk to me.
I'm only saying this because it was one of the how do I say this? It was one of the least offensive PD or whatever things to me, in my opinion. I say Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon.
With the weed thing. I mean, come on. I mean, marijuana. Eventually, marijuana became legal, and he still didn't get many chances after that.
Anybody else in the comments?
Yeah, easily Sean Oakman.
Who?
Sean Oakman. He got Sean Oakman got accused for sexual assault. Was definitely innocent. Yeah, Baylor. He's the famous picture. The famous picture that you see when they was at the coin toss, and he's big and jacked as shit. Yeah. He was really good defense end. Really good defense end.
Let me say this: he did not do it though.
Right. That's why I say he deserves a second chance. I mean, he's playing in the CFL right now. She's completely messed up his career completely at this standpoint, but he definitely deserves a second chance. We're really a first chance. He never got his first chance.
Right.
I'll with you on that.
That's a great poll. I didn't think I wouldn't have thought that.
I'll with you on that one. I think that lady that lied on him, I think she should have went to jail. The time that was going to get that young man, that should give it to her.
I agree with you. Anytime stuff like that happens, I am wholeheartedly agree that if the woman is lying, they need to go to jail.
Or like the Matt Ariza thing.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. Yeah. If you gonna lie on a young man and this man innocent, that person, whatever time they was gonna give that young man, they need to give it to the person that lied on him.
Yeah, because some of these young ladies are trying to mess up their money, mess up these guys' money or something.
Right. And I mean, the judge and the detective so quick to say the person needs to go to jail, but if they find innocent, then what? And the shit did not happen, then what? So that's how I look at it. Is this young man innocent? And this lady lied on him. The same time you were finna give this young man, give it to her.
Yeah.
Going forward. Give it to the
should
people
be, but
that were lying.
That should be, but unfortunately that's not going to happen.
Right. But it need to. Maybe some of these females will stop lying out here. Yeah. Maybe some of these females will stop lying. And I keep it 100 with you. Though you just mess up a young man's career, football career. He cannot get
not even that. Sometimes some of these allegations can mess up people's lives.
Right.
Even if they get proven not guilty, it still hangs around them.
Right. So, but thank y'all for watching the show. Thank y'all for coming on to the show. And y'all like and share the show. And tell everybody where they to find you at.
I write articles on the sportsangle.com. In fact, I'll be publishing more content coming up. So, yeah, sportsangle.com if you want to read my articles. I also do my social media content at Ian J. Rakelli. It's actually right down there. And at Vegas Hockey Hub, because I do talk about hockey. Vegas Golden Knights right now, 14 of the first 28 games that they have won. And it has been a up and down season for the Vegas Golden Knights. But overall, 28 games in, still a wild playoff team, actually. That'd be about 4 seed, 5 seed in the Western Conference. So overall, that's all you can do. So at Vegas Hockey Hub, at Ian J. Rakelli, and sportsangle.com.
Ethan, tell everybody where they to find you at, my boy.
Usually I'm able to join up with June's Monday quarterback on Mondays at 7. Other than that, I occasionally pop onto a show here and there.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all know where y'all to find me on. Y'all to find me on Talk Your Ears. Pops and the Henry brothers come on Thursdays around maybe 8 o'clock or sometime 10. You also find me on the eye test. Come on Wednesdays at 10. You also find me on C-Dub show sometime when we be doing it. They come on Mondays at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like and share the show. Y'all have a blessed night.
Missed me while I was gone.